Pokemon is definitely one of the games out there, honestly. It's something else. In case you didn't know, Scarlet Violet came out, and honestly, it's really fun. I've really been enjoying my time with it. I have footage of me fighting the Elite Four, but not much else. So, you get that. So, hope you guys enjoy the footage. But, yeah, I'm just here to talk about the game a little bit. Just give my own personal thoughts on what I thought of it, and, how I think it could continue. So, basically, Pokemon. It plays like Pokemon. You know what that looks like. You don't need me to show you that. I just have gameplay of it because that's the most convenient thing to show off. And, well, I think the game's great, honestly. It has its bugs, it has its issues, I get that, but honestly, the game is really damn good. It has a really concrete story. The open world is, like, super enjoyable. And honestly, like, I think it's probably the best Pokemon game we've ever gotten. Obviously, as mentioned, it does have a lot of bugs and glitches. That is just unavoidable with games. And while this one did have a lot more than other games, it still doesn't detract from the experience to the point where it makes it unplayable. It just, sometimes takes you out of the immersion. But other than that, general story summary, so if you don't want spoilers, this is your chance to leave. TLDR for it. It's a good game. It plays like Pokemon, but it's probably the most fun Pokemon's ever been. So, yeah, do with that as you will. Story time. Basically, there's 3 separate stories that happen all at the same time. The Team Star, the Titans, and the Gym. The Gym is your standard story. Do all 8 gyms. Fight the Elite Four. All that. The normal shit. As you can see, that's footage that's going on right now. The Team Starbases is basically the bad guy group, that storyline, except it's separated into its own gym-like system, except, it's obviously not a gym, because, well, these are the gyms. But it's got its own, little thing, where you take on the opposing team, and if your Pokemon are strong enough, they will, kind of auto-battle it out, and then if you defeat enough of them in time, you can fight the big bad of the area. And the big bad just kind of works like a boss fight, like it normally would, and then at the end you have to fight a monotype car, essentially. It's whole thing with the story. Team Star is basically just your previous teams, except instead of wanting world domination or being actual bad guys, they're just kids that got bullied, and they finally had enough of it, so they stood up to it, but that kind of led them to being, I guess, isolated from other people. But they all had each other, and it was this big thing, and you meet this girl Penny, she's the leader, whole thing. Really bad story summary, and I kind of spoiled the ending of it, but if you're watching past this, you were expecting spoilers, so yeah, don't know what you wanted out of it. It's a really heartwarming thing, honestly, and they get reaccepted back into the school at the end, and it's nice and sweet. It's comforting in a way. And, yeah. The Titans, which is Arvin's storyline, which you might have seen him. Arvin is basically just trying to help his dog get better, and he recruits you to help him do that by fighting these giant Pokemon, which lead into the end game of his, which we'll get to for a sec. And at the end, you find these Herba Mysticas, which feed, what's his name? Koraidon. And Koraidon is basically your mount, but he's also how you use 8 gems, which are the Herba Mysticas. Whole thing. You feed him a sandwich. That's all he wants. Yeah, that's Arvin's general thing, is just help his dog get the Herba Mystica. You do that, you win. It's great. It's honestly really fun. his end game is Paradox Pokemon and like the Area Zero or whatever the hell it's called, I can't remember. Paradox Pokemon are like really strong, but they're like from the future or the past, depending on your version. I have Scarlet, so it's from the past for me. And yeah, it was a pretty fun one, pretty difficult in my opinion, but you know, some are gonna be like that. Overall, really good though. And then the gyms, as you can see here, you're just trying to become champion. It's a normal ass Pokemon game. I guess that about sums it up for my review. I'm just trying to be really quick with this. It's Christmas time. This video is probably coming out on Christmas. I'm just trying to play video games. I know you guys are. You know, I'm just trying to keep it short so that we can all have that. Hope everyone had a great Christmas. Merry Christmas to everyone that celebrates it. If you don't celebrate it, happy holidays. If you do Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah, all that. If you don't celebrate anything, hope you've just had a great winter time and you've enjoyed the time off. That's it for me. I'm gonna go play video games. Yeah, have a good day, everyone.